Whoops, sorry about that. Did you guys hear me say hello? Or you missed all that too? Because that would really suck. Oh, now there's sound. All right, so you guys didn't hear anything. All right. So let me try this again. Welcome, Deb, Lily, Crystal, Bonnie, Rock Jam, Lori, Squirrel, Heather, Sly Angel, Margaret, Georgia Peach, or Georgia, Cindy, Lori, Amber, Rhodey, Squirrel, and Alexis. I think I got everyone. Not too many people in here. What's up, Chrissy? Hey, Noni. All right, I got shit behind me. Bear with me. I have tools and stuff. I was painting the bathroom today. I don't know why I'm on this home improvement kick. Probably because my daughter moved out. I mean, Phoenix did too, but I didn't share a bathroom with Phoenix. But I do share a bathroom with Sage. So now that she's gone, I'm painting. So I have all these tools behind me. All right. Ugh. Now get comfy. I'm telling you, I mowed the lawn today. I actually got a lot accomplished today. I feel good. I mowed half of it. And we've been updating. So, and poor little Fluffer, I think, has a cold. You guys got to hear him snoring from last night. He kept me up like half the night. I was like, oh my God. Remind me to play it for you guys later because it's on my phone and my phone's inside. Charging. So, what's up, Rhonda? What a day. My body hurts. All right. So, tonight we're going to talk. Oh, by the way, I started a Facebook group for the Karen Reed case. I haven't really done anything with it yet because I haven't had time to do it yet, but I did. I don't know. I wouldn't give me the flu shot. I did start a Facebook group. Like I said, haven't had a chance to put anything on it yet, but I will be active over there for the Karen Reed case. There's so much to it. Now, this case, okay. Is anyone not familiar with this case? Randall, I can only do so many cases at a time. Oh, is it Chrissy? I was really, all right. So let me just say, I was really giving this guy, the husband, the benefit of the doubt until I did some research on him. And now I'm not accusing him, but let's just say things are very fishy. And it's not right. It's just not right. So if you're not familiar with the case, let me give you a little background on the case. So the woman that you see, the woman and guy, is Lauren Cook. She's out of Virginia, and she went missing on September 7th. Was the last time, hey Tinker, that anybody has heard from her. Okay. Now the husband says that he's not concerned that they went missing. He knows where they are. Sure you do. And he would like everyone to leave him alone. Give his family some grace because they're not missing. They're perfectly fine. He just spoke to them. He can't prove that he spoke to them. There's no proof that he spoke to them. But this is what he's telling police. So, according to him, and Lauren Cook is 30 years old, by the way. According to him, Lauren, who, by the way, is 5 months pregnant, 30 years old, 3 kids ranging from 2 to 17, Yes. And he says that they have no reason to be concerned. They're on the national missing for missing and exploited children. Contrary to what in his quote, direct quote, oh, it gets way better, Noni. Just wait. Yeah, she was 5 months pregnant. So Jordan, contrary to what has been reported, my wife and children are not missing. This is what he told ABC 13. I have no reason to be concerned about their safety or well-being. I have heard from my wife, and I'm sure that she and my children are doing well. And then he asks that their family's privacy be respected. So the sheriff's office responded to this, obviously, and the sheriff's office released an update explaining that in order to clear them from the missing persons list, they have to actually make physical contact, in-person contact. They have not been able to do that. And they have to make sure that they're okay, they're not under duress. I don't know about you guys, but I have 3 kids. And 3 kids are very expensive. They demand a lot. When they're little, not so bad. But when they're little, kids get hungry, kids get cranky. Kids are not like adults. You can't tell a kid, don't get whiny, don't get crazy, don't get this, they're kids. She has not spent any money on a bank account. She has not spent any money anywhere. Her phone, no comment. Nobody knows. The cops did say that they demanding, that's what I was looking for. The cops did say, though, that they tracked her to Litchfield, Illinois. Now, what I haven't seen been brought up on this point, and I'm not really sure why, because it's kind of like not rocket science, but what they're saying is that on September 7th, her mother, I guess, claims that she spoke to her, and she told her that she was in New York with the kids. I guess they have family in New York or something. Okay. So the cops then say that they have information that she was in Litchfield, Illinois, but they can't contact her. My guess is they have a phone ping from Litchfield, Illinois. Or family members are involved. I don't know how else would explain if my daughter told me that she was in New York on the 7th, on September 7th, and that's the last time anybody heard from her. And they said the mom, but it could be the mother-in-law, maybe. And then a week later, they have her in Litchfield, Illinois. Well, I thought she was just in New York, according to a mom. So that raised a red flag for me too. Like, okay, that isn't really making sense. Why would she be in New York on the 7th and the cops say nothing about that trip to New York? Hey, Nan, the cops say nothing about that trip to New York. They just go forward with the Litchfield, Illinois. It just doesn't make sense. The husband does sound like a fucking lunatic. Just wait. I'm giving the backstory now. So Fairfield County sheriffs confirmed that regardless of Jordan Cook's statement, the search for the wife and kids are still ongoing. It's not going to stop. If the husband has had contact with Lauren, the cops are not aware of it. So he didn't tell the police that he's had contact with them. Hey, Diana, he never told the police that, here's the proof that I spoke to her. Here's the proof that she's not missing. The only person that he told that to was a news reporter. That doesn't add up. Sheriff's office shared details about the missing persons probe, which was launched September 13th. So that's a big head start. When the mom of 3 failed to show up at scheduled appearance in Franklin County Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court. Here's the catch to this, though. We're never going to find out unless they find her no longer alive. We're never going to find out what that juvenile court's for because juvenile court records are closed. So I don't even know if the cops can find out. Why she went to this quote unquote meeting by herself with the kids doesn't make sense to me. And I'll tell you why. You have a husband and a wife and 3 biological kids of all of them. Yeah, she was 5 months pregnant. 3 biological kids from both of them. Not like, he was the stepfather. He's the biological father of all 3 of them, plus the, one in her baby. So my question is, if there was something going on with courts that had to do with maybe taking their kid or something in the house, all of them would have had to go, not just 3. I mean, not just the 4 of them. That's the one piece of this I can't put together, because why would he not go to that? He's part of the family. He lives in that house. So I personally can't think of any situation that would cause the family. Okay, PJ, that would cause the family to not want to. I'm sorry, that would cause the justice system to not have him there. PJ, is it about this particular case? Like, should I check it right now? And that is the one piece of this I can't grasp. I can't think of any scenario where only the mom and kids. This case just the government and the missing the court case they own to spend. Yes. I know. I'm getting to that. I am getting to that. It is not a government conspiracy. But we'll get there. So I don't know. According to the police, there's never been a filing for a court order. There's never been a filing for a domestic fight. There's no reason why she would have. Yeah, but a warrant wouldn't be with the children. That's not a warrant. A warrant is a police issue, not a children's custody issue. So you can wipe that rumor right out. That's bullshit. But if they were worried about the kids in the home, he would have had to been there. You can't just have the mother and the kids. So again, I can't think of any scenario that warrants one biological parent going and not the other one. To a DHS issue. I don't know Virginia DHS, but I don't know. I was thinking about calling them Monday and asking them like different scenarios just to get some kind of an idea of why. Just why? Why would they only want one parent? Hey, Rad, you would have to have 2 parents. They're both biological parents. So that's just the one piece of this I do not know. And I can't put my finger on why they would only have one parent there. I can't figure that one out. I've racked my brain literally all day trying to come up with a scenario that only one parent would have to be there. It just doesn't add up. The only thing I could think of is that she was filing to leave him or something like that, but I still don't see why why juvenile and DHS would be involved. I don't know. Her bank accounts have shown 0 activity, and her cell phone last pinged on September 7th in Lexington, Virginia. So why would she tell her mom she was in New York? Why would you lie to your mom? Who lies to their mom? You can't lie to your mom. But that's her mom, that's her grandkids. So you would think she would be a little more concerned. Could she have taken the kids and left? Absolutely, she could have. But what is she doing for money? I was never pregnant with 3 kids, but I know what I was like when I was 5 months pregnant. I absolutely wanted nothing to do stuff by myself. I wanted help. When I had the twins and I was pregnant with Dayton, it was tough doing everything by myself, and I wasn't. I was with Brad at the time, but, like, when he was at work, I was like, "Oh, I can't wait for him to get home. I'm so tired." Let alone 3 kids on the run, 5 months pregnant. Come on. Come on now. Um, and as of any of these filings, they live together. They share custody of their all 3 of their kids. There's no record of domestic violence between the couple and no 911 calls for an emergency or anything. Nothing. There is nothing. Just absolutely nothing. So if they were in this big domestic dispute, she was going to leave him. He's so horrible. You would think at some point, somewhere, DHS would have been involved. I am so dying to know what this court was for. Because maybe that would give answers. So that's pretty much all the information that they've given us. They haven't really given us much. All the different news articles, all the different research, pretty much all the same stuff. But then when you dig deep, you find out this guy is cuckoo. Let me show you. All right. So it seems that old boy here is a very big Reddit fan, and he promotes his business through Reddit. What he does is he sells seeds. The business that he was promoting, I don't think is active anymore, but he's pretty active on Reddit. One of his wonderful names is tighter than your grandma's vagina. That is one of his Reddit names. Yep, it is. But there was a guy named Awkward and China who claims that he's just a friend of the family. Myself and others absolutely think 100% unequivocally he is Jordan. So it's under the missing persons on Reddit, and it says, hold on, let me show you. Oh, I mean, okay. So this awkward Achino says, it's my understanding you have already spoken with the father husband and your editor could not guarantee he gets a chance to sign off on your story before it goes to print. You folks printing whatever false quotes the sheriff's department supplies you with impurity and not helping the speculation surrounding the case. The very second I wrote that, I mean, I read that, I'm like, oh my God, this is him. Then he says, this is the only accurate, truthful statement the husband has made to the media. All other quotes from him should be disregarded. Contrary to what has been reported, my wife and children are not missing. The husband said in a statement to the outlet, I have no reason to be concerned about their safety or well being. I have heard from my wife, and I'm sure she and my children are doing well. We ask that our family's privacy be respected at this time. New report, new contradiction, inconsistencies with the previous one. Imagine that. This is all him. There never should have been a missing persons report filed in the first place. It was done in an effort to force the cook's hand and gain control of a bigger situation using false information. This is where we start leaning into this government conspiracy that he's talking about. They're both friends of mine. I'm defending them both as a family. This is a pretty cool tool, or did you construct that table yourself from scratch? I just want to say that participation in conspiracy is something I've historically ragged on Jordan about. So it's ironic our fiction has some overlap. Now, mind you, no, he is Jordan. Those statements are false, and the media is misquoting the husband. The husband told the sheriff in their office before the missing persons report was even filed, he has no reason to be concerned for his family's well-being. How is his family getting money? How is his family surviving? It's kind of hard to survive without money, like for real. Especially today's day and age. I have no idea, but I'd like to point out the latest reporting says she is no longer missed a family meeting, but now she has missed court twice. Yet again, the reporters and authorities are mangling the facts and can't keep their story consistent as to what Lauren has or has not done. I am lucky to have a friend like her, and sticking up for this family in their time of need is the least I can do after they fed me and sent me home with groceries years ago when I had a hard time making ends meet. These folks maintained a community fridge that they would regularly stock in their carport in Utah with a sign encouraging anyone in need to take a few food items. They are the most generous people I've ever met and would literally give you the clothes off their backs. It is my humble opinion that they are railroaded by locals and the authorities for the world news and entrepreneurship in a new market. If anybody doesn't think that's the husband, please let me know, because I absolutely think this is the husband, hands down. And now he's putting a spin on this to make it out like the family is so wonderful. They are so great. He would never do something like this. Okay, dude. I will drop more details here as the situation unfolds. This was 4 days ago. With the approval of the family, expect more developments Wednesday, as all I can say at the moment. It is my personal opinion that the missing persons report was based on false information that Lauren missed a family meeting. I know for a fact she did not miss a family meeting. Her parents said she did when she simply wished to keep them at arm's length. This false information was then disseminated by law enforcement, as well as false quotes from the husband expressing concern, which he has contradicted in his statements today. I believe this was a coordinated attempt to force the family out of privacy by putting the public on the lookout for Lauren and her van by blasting them across the national news. Knowing people would assume it is the next big murder mystery. That is the first time I've heard anybody talk about murder. Nobody said anything about murder. So the cops haven't mentioned murder. The public hasn't mentioned murder. I mean, I have, but the family hasn't mentioned murder. I found it very interesting that he wrote murder mystery. Hmm. Really, dude? I assure you, they do not enjoy all the media attention as they have historically enjoyed living off the grid and homeschooling their children. All of the current news articles state the husband nor authorities have any reason to believe Lauren or the kids are in any danger. I don't think that the cops have said that. So, what on earth could all this hoopla about finding her and the kids possibly be about? If they told the police, perhaps they'd be less than supportive, right? I think so too, Noni, Freudian slip. Now, instead of assuming the husband is up to no good, which again, who's accused the husband? Nobody's accused the husband of being up to no good. The cops haven't. The FBI had. Nobody has. So that's twice in this rant that he mentioned murder. And now he's talking that everyone's assuming the husband's up to no good. Sorry, guys. I can't find one article where a cop accused the husband. Now, we all think, we all know. But I kind of feel like guilty conscience there, dude. I implore you to theorize and let your imagination run wild as to what government authority might try to twist the narrative and break the rules to justify interfering with how a family raises their children. Now, let me back up for a second. Who does this sound like to you guys? Because I read it the first time, and there's only one person that came to mind. Brian Kohlberger. I read it a second time. Only one person comes to mind. Brian Kohlberger. I'm going to read that again. Instead of assuming the husband is up to no good, I implore you to theorize and let your imagination run wild as to what government authority might try to twist the narrative and break the rules to justify interfering with how a family raises their children. Whose agenda might that fit? There's a reason that particular arm of the state government catches a bad rap, despite its good intentions. What? Thank you, Sunshine. Like, what? Now toss in the fact, now we're getting even further into the government conspiracy. Now toss in the fact that the father is 100% legal and permitted hemp farmer in the Baptist Bible Belt, and hopefully the puzzle pieces start to fit together. As you can imagine, the Cooks, being the new kids on the block, have ruffled some feathers in a very conservative community and have taken some market share from others in the industry who would like to see them gone. One of the richest people in Franklin County currently holds this attitude against them, and one can't help but wonder what slanderous statements they've made. Lauren manages their brick and mortar storefront at 25184 Virgil H. Good Highway. Simply Southern over at Web Sleuths is on the right track with this comment. Okay, let me say something here. If she is legit on the run for whatever she's on the run for, can you tell me what his business has to do with anything? That would be if somebody took her. That would mean if somebody killed her. If somebody killed her and the kids, he's making it out like somebody killed them for what they do, their drug trade. But he's saying that he knows where they are and they're perfectly safe. So what the fuck does that have to do with anything? That was clue number 3 to me, that this motherfucker is guilty as sin. There's no reason for him to put that in there. If she was missing and she was legit missing, like 100% legit missing, he's worried about her, he's scared for her, then, who could have done this to my wife? Who could have done this to my children? Who possibly, This is crazy, blah, blah, blah. Then I could see that meaning something. I could see the point in that. But there's no point in that. He did not do anything. Like I'm sorry. His business has nothing to do with anything. So I don't get it. So then they say, Simply Southern over at Web Sleuth's on the right track with this comment. I got a name of dad. I figured out they were in Ferrum community, connects to Floyd, Virginia, home of the hippies, Moo. I knew it. It had seen the mother on a private Facebook page. I mentioned on here, though, thought they were closely connected to the hippies. I knew something was off by the way the sheriff's office handled it. Franklin County is 100% farmers and lake folks, very conservative. These folks produce pot seeds, and according to the website, good ones. Everyone's website, by the way, says that they make the greatest candles ever. I mean, the greatest candles, the greatest thing ever. Show me a website that says you don't want to buy from me. You want to buy from them because they're better. Come on now. You're a web sleuth? And I don't even know who that person is. If you want to hear Jordan Cook, the husband, speak on a local podcast and get a feel for the gentle, caring, spiritual person he is while discussing his work as a professional hemp farmer, here's a link. He begins speaking at 29:30. I have not looked at this yet, so we're going to look at it together. Can you guys hear it? Oh, you probably can. Hold on.
Absolutely hold you in disdain and have no financial accountability for your well-being in the future or your child's. I despise them, right? And we need to get hot about this. And if I've offended someone with my language, well, I'm pretty pissed off. I
can always go back and beep it.
Don't. On this occasion, don't.
Well said. I won't. So yeah, I mean, and we want everybody to get involved, not only in that aspect of it, but look, start meeting your neighbors, start knowing your neighbors, start buying from your neighbors. You've got tons and tons of people, I guarantee, live on your road that sell something, buy something, offer a trade. That's the currency we need to start using. And when we do that,
stay local, Franklin County. What a concept.
Yeah, go check out that Facebook page. You know, it's tying up people, you know, finding these local general stores popping up in every little part of the town where you can go in there and you can get a little bit of produce. You can get some beef or something. You can do it at an affordable price because enough of them will be around here. Enough, you know, things like this. Do that. Know your community. Get to know people. Buy from your local people, and the prices will get cheaper and cheaper because we'll be keeping the money here. And you know what? The more and more you start keeping it here, and the more you start rotting out the corruption that exists, well, the more and more good people you get in there that start saying no to some of these things, start wheeling back the regulations, and they'll say, well, you'll stop getting federal money. Fine. We don't need federal money. We don't want to follow federal rules. Yeah. This is going to be a town. Hey, San Francisco wants to be a sanctuary city for immigrants. Fine. You know what? If that's California, if that's what California wants to do and they approve it, good. What we're doing here in Franklin County, that's a 2A sanctuary county. You know what I mean? If you want to come here and live and practice, we don't tons of guns in this places. We don't have shootings crazy out there. I mean, most of the time we do, it's already criminals doing it.
Yeah. I mean, let me put this very easily. Let's be enticed by the carrot and not beaten by the stick. Right? Now think about that across the board with everything that you do. Because that's a winner. Let's be enticed by the carrot, not the stick.
Absolutely.
Whoa, that was nearly a Chinese proverb.
Nearly. We'll write that one down.
But that would be cultural appropriation.
Again, it would be.
Taoist in the making.
Oh, indeed.
So, Jordan, what brought you to our quaint little Appalachian getaway?
Cannabis. Marijuana.
It's
100%.
Oh, right. Okay, now we're talking.
It's a good process to be in. It's a good business to be in.
What?
Our buddies down at Foster General Store, by the way, shout out to them. Go down there and check him out. Anybody wanting to get involved, getting to learn how to grow, him like giving you all the tips and the tricks and the trades and helping you, use his machine to trim your stuff, whatever you got to do to time crunch and save that precious time. Go see them at Foster General Store. They're gonna hook you up with all their good stuff. I'm clearly you know who he is.
Charlie's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a seed giveaway with them on April 22nd at Callaway Speedway with Palm Lounge. So
okay,
come on out. We'll give you free seeds, and there's a lot going on. It'll be fun
for them. Yeah, go check that out. If you're not going to check that out, you can't, or you live maybe closer to the lake. Come down on April 22nd and check us out at the Moonshine Heritage Festival. Simon and I are going to be set up there. We're probably going to be drinking. We're going to have a tent.
What do you mean probably?
Where's this?
There's no probable
Smith Mountain
about
Lake
it.
at Crazy Horse Marina.
All right.
There's going to be four or so bands playing. Forgive me for not knowing all four of them off the top of my head. I'll look on my phone before we get off here tonight. But I think Corey Hunley and maybe Matt, or I think them two are going to open up. There's a couple bands in between, and Colby Helms and the Virginia Creepers are going to end the night. So maybe we'll get Colby back on the show for a few minutes. Maybe we can get Henry and his brother to sit down for a few minutes with us. Maybe we can get, some just people.
Now I have to ask you guys, do you see him in a different light? Do you hear this wonderful, nice man who's just so amazing? Yeah, me neither. But I did get to eat a few peanuts while that was playing. All right, let's go back to Reddit. As promised, contrary to what has been reported, my wife and children are not missing. I have no reason to be concerned. I have also spoken to Lauren while the children were playing and laughing in the background and assure you everyone is safe. I just checked in with Lauren a few minutes ago and I could hear the kids talking, laughing, and playing in the background. Everyone is safe, I assure you. Father and husband will be giving his first official statement to the media tomorrow. This was 5 days ago. Anything that he said preceding tomorrow's statement is false reporting. Okay. You're thinking the wrong boundaries being overstepped. The husband has disputed the missing persons report directly from the sheriff's department several times. He didn't file the report, nor has he given it any validity. He has absolutely no history of abuse, nor has he broken any laws, which is why he hasn't been arrested. Lauren has no history of mental illness. They're solid parents, just trying to raise a family in peace, and now they've been put on blast for being private. If authorities are being 100% transparent, why are they putting words in the husband's mouth? Now, these are the questions he wants you to ask yourself. Why is the date that Lauren and the children were last seen not consistent across all news articles? Why did they release a description of their van without the license plate number? Why isn't the husband's name correct on the official paperwork? A detail you won't find in the media. Myself, I'm privy to because I'm close to the family. Why are they making a big deal about custody of the children when the parents are currently married and have never been divorced? There's a lot of holes in the reporting, and I implore the good internet sleuths, again, I think Koberger and Papa Rogers, of the Reddit community to continue to ask questions. The husband and father will be giving his first true and official statement to the media tomorrow. Anything that's been printed as his words preceding tomorrow is a lie. There's a lot of holes in this reporting. I think these are just repeats. Reports that Lauren missed a family meeting. What was the family meeting for, dude? You're reading what I'm typing, but you're not listening. Stop trying to find reasons to blame Lauren for the actions of others. Now he's trying to blame Lauren. Stop trying to blame Lauren for the actions of others. She never asked for her children to be plastered across the internet. That was her parents and the sheriff's department. At least someone cares for her. Lauren is the least selfish person I've ever met. When I separated from the military, I wonder if he was honorable or dishonorable, and was having a tough time adjusting to civilian life, she routinely invited me over for dinner and sent me home with a box of groceries. Her and her husband moved to Virginia to start a small business and are planning on hiring their first full-time employer soon. They're upstanding citizens in the Franklin County community. I ask that you temper your judgment and entertain the idea that maybe the authorities are breaking some rules here. Making snap judgments on the internet with 5% of the relevant info and false reporting is childish. There's absolutely no law saying a mother with full custody of her children cannot take them on a vacation without telling the grandparents or the sheriff's department. The husband, myself, and Lauren's other close friends know without a shadow of a doubt, and the kids are safe. It's important to acknowledge that the authorities are the ones who have chosen to escalate this, and they've chosen to waste all of these resources by making a mountain out of a molehill. So don't blame it on Lauren. There he goes again, blaming Lauren. What they're doing is downright unconstitutional, and it will be proven eventually. What it does, I trust all of you to come back here and realize I'm not trolling. I'm simply being discreet as we watch authorities hang themselves out to dry by fucking up paperwork, lying to reporters, and overstepping their constitutional bounds. They've repeatedly used the wrong legal name for the husband on their own documents, but you're going to pull full stock in the bullshit they're feeding the news. They're not giving an interview. I understand it's poor etiquette to copy paste comments. My reply to the above applies to your question as well. All right, law enforcement in the news have not even tried to contact the husband for a statement, and he's gone on record with the police stating she was never missing. Lauren has had a strained relationship with her parents for many years. This is why there are no pictures of her parents on her social media. Her parents have not shared the missing persons report or commented on it in any capacity because they know full well her and the kids whom she has legal custody of are safe. Okay, they're married. She doesn't have full legal custody. They share a full legal custody. Am I wrong? This is simply her parents trying to gain control of a situation, and this isn't the first time this has happened. It's simply the first time that it has caught national media attention because no one expected their false reporting to be escalated to this degree. She has progressive values and her parents are hardline Mormons. You do the math. So now think about this, guys. We've blamed the parents. We've blamed Lauren. We've blamed the government. We've blamed everybody except for one person. There doesn't seem to be any accountability by the husband. Lauren and her children are not missing. I'm a trusted friend of Lawrence. That's how I came up with the information. That's it. They blamed the other town farmers. Yeah, they blamed everything. Persian, there's no real update. It's the same bullshit. I'll look, but I'm telling you, it's the same bullshit. Missing Virginia woman. Seven hours ago. From which article? It's the same stuff. Seven hours ago. People magazine. Nothing's changed. Authorities say mom and 3 kids are missing. Husband disputes that, says he's not concerned. There is no update. That's not an update. A mother and her 3 children are considered missing persons, according to Virginia. God did all that. Okay, so the court was a juvenile domestic relations court. Yeah, there's no update here. All right. So the Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court in each Virginia city, county in Virginia, a juvenile is any person under age 18. The Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court hears all matters involving juveniles, such as criminal or traffic matters. So one of her kids must have been in trouble. That's the only thing I can think of. Is it had to do with one of her kids. See, Diana, the thing that's whacked on this, though, and I've said this multiple times, the thing that is crazy about this, everything he said I could buy and I could totally understand if he acknowledged that she was missing. Because he's saying that she's not missing, then none of it matters. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. It doesn't matter about his business. It plays no relevance because according to him, she's not missing. Yes, Kendra. You keep saying it. They don't have a 17-year-old kid. They have 3 little ones. I saw somebody else make comment about 17-year-old kid. All right, then you guys tell me, because I'd like to know. I would like to know how you go on vacation with no money with 3 kids. Tell me how that happens. Because I know I can't even go to fucking Home Depot without hitting an ATM. So tell me, and that's by myself. So tell me how you go on vacation. You don't need gas. You're driving around with 3 kids in the car. You don't need food. You don't need gas. And that's it. You don't need anything. You're just going to drive around and it's going to be free gas and you're going to get free food. No, there's been no activity for her anywhere. No 17-year-old. They have 3 young kids. But somebody else before said something about a 17-year-old. That's why I thought maybe I was missing something. I have nice friends and I have rich friends. I can assure you none of them are feeding my 3 kids and my pregnant ass for weeks with no help. That's a lot of money in today's day and age. So I don't believe that either. So I'm going to give you a psychic feeling. They've all been murdered at his hands. Yeah, they checked all our bank accounts. Nothing. Yes, in my research, I found out she was 5 months pregnant. So I am 100% convinced. Oh, that's what fell my vape. I am 100% convinced that he killed her. And he killed his children. And he thinks he's so smart that he's going to get away with it. Yeah, but Brian, don't you think the cops would track that if he was sending money to someone? I mean, think about it. Don't you think the cops would have there's an article that talks about the reason. Oh, is there? Which article? Let me look. Which article was it? All right, News Nation covered it like 20 minutes ago. Yep.
For about 2 weeks now, but her husband claims they're fine. 30-year-old Lauren Cook was last seen with her 3 children, ages 2, 5, and 7, at the family's home in Virginia at the end of August. Police say Cook last spoke with her mother around September 5th, with Cook telling her they were in New York visiting family. Remember, no one saw her. They were officially reported missing September 13th after Cook did not attend a rescheduled appearance in Franklin County Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court. The next day, investigators confirmed Cook and her children were in Illinois, but again, no one had seen them. Her husband says that he has talked to Lauren and that the children are doing well and that he wants everyone to respect their family's privacy right now. But the rest of Lauren's family says they cannot get in touch with her. Let's bring in News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffendoffer, who joins us live from CrimeCon in Orlando, Florida. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us. I want to talk to you about CrimeCon, but first I want to talk about this case.
Why am I not shocked that she is at CrimeCon? Is anyone shocked? Sorry, Tyler. I just don't like her.
So the husband here, Lauren's husband, says things are fine. Law enforcement, though, says Cook and her kids will remain on the missing registry because their names are on the missing registry. What do you think's going on here, Jennifer?
Well, I think what's going on is the husband is not being truthful and is not being completely
Thank you, Greg.
candid. Her cell phone doesn't have usage. There are no bank records.
I
that
did
are
get a
being
new mic.
used. In other words, she's not using her credit cards. She's not using her bank cards. That tells me a lot right there, because people don't disappear and leave their husbands without using their monetary resources and without using their.
Oh, look, I can now put that I'm a former FBI agent on my record because I said the exact same thing, Jen.
Phones.
So Jennifer, it seems like it would be difficult, as you say, no cell phone usage, no credit cards. It seems like it would be difficult to do that, especially with 3 young children in tow. Again, we're talking about ages 7, 5, and then 2, but it is not out of the realm of possibility. Is it possible that maybe Lauren left her husband and doesn't want to be found?
I don't think it's possible in this case. Certainly, they're going to be checking it out. But if you look at the fact that NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they have already issued that these individuals are missing. Why? Because they've conducted their own investigation, which has shown that they're not in school.
Okay. Both the reporter and Jennifer Koffendorfer are idiots. And I'm going to tell you why. Is it possible that she left her husband? Well, that wouldn't work considering he claims that they're fine and he has spoken to her. If she ran away with her husband, guess what? She wouldn't be calling him. So that was a dumb question and an even dumber answer. So I'm sorry, Koffendorfer. Let me give you the proper answer, is the one I just gave. If she left her husband, she wouldn't be calling him and asking him and, checking in on him and the kids. When you leave someone, that's not how you handle it. So both of these people are dumbasses.
That there's been no sign or trace of them. That tells me the facts are leaning toward they haven't been taken of their free will.
All right. And this all started, as we said at the top of this, Lauren missed that appearance last week. And we say the court because it's important, this juvenile and domestic relations court. And then that date that she missed had actually been rescheduled because she missed the original scheduled court date the week before. Now, it's also important to note in all of this, there is no record, absolutely none, of domestic violence or 911 calls coming from their home. So how does all of this potentially complicate the situation?
Well, it does complicate the situation, Nicole, because those courts specifically deal with things like child abuse. They deal with issues like separation and custody matters to do with children. So it tells me, obviously, something very important was being discussed about those children. And the fact that that was missed and she went missing right at the same time, I think is a critical component to the why.
We are certainly going to continue to keep our eye on this case. Hopefully, Lauren and the children will come home safely.
Did anyone learn anything from this high scout FBI most wanted investigator?
Well, we push.
No, me neither.
We push for Congress to do more.
One thing I've noticed from all of them, none of them give answers. They give word salad. They placate an answer instead of just giving a proper answer or just giving an answer. It makes no sense to me. I've seen it over and over and over. Every time, they're asked a question, they're asked a dumb question, and then they give a dumb answer. Makes no sense. All right. See, September 7th, that's what I was told. That's why when everyone's saying September 5th, I'm like, no, I remember the article saying September 7th. Said she and the children are in New York visiting family. I think her mom would know if there's family in New York. News Nation law and justice correspondent Jennifer Koffendorfer said she believes Jordan is not being truthful or candid. Really? Really, Jen? Thanks. We needed you to tell us that. People don't disappear. Yeah, it's the same thing. Um, yeah, it's really nothing new. That's what I'm saying, Jay. It's crazy. Yeah, every single article is the exact same. You guys familiar with this case? The Elisa attorney case? Oh my God. It's a sad case. And I can't believe a piece of crap got off. Her, the mother of 3 children, were in Litchfield, Illinois. See, but I don't know how they can absolutely confirm that she was there. Because someone told her she was there? I don't know. I just don't understand that. Oh, Crystal, I was listening to a podcast about that when I was making my headboard. It's sad. I can't believe that fucker got off. And now you have double jeopardy. He could never get charged again. Okay, this is what that article is saying. Police don't have any indication the mother or kids are in danger. Oh, maybe. No. I was going to say maybe this is video. Damn. Oh, you guys can't see that. Car crashes into a beauty salon in Arizona. Check it out. Let's go. Yeah, right? That is a bad hair day. I agree with that. And I'm going to close with this. Hold on. Trying to get her. All right. This is the latest update I can find. Again, he's not concerned. The mother of missing Virginia mom tells Today.com that she and her family are deeply concerned, revealing that her daughter is pregnant. There you go. Remember, guys, you heard it here first. There's your confirmation. I told you guys she was pregnant. The mom confirmed she's pregnant. We are deeply concerned for our daughter Lauren and our grandchildren Benjamin, Hannah, and Elijah, and our unborn grandchild. We want them all to know we love them and are here for them and want to help bring them to safety. Lauren's husband, who's the father, said he's not worried about his wife and children, who police have declared missing. And here's the other thing. And I kind of found this odd too. Why is nobody talking about her being pregnant? Good point. I never thought of that, Green-eyed. I truly never thought of that. So I'm going to hold back what I was about to say because you might be right. What if it's not his kid? Excellent point. How did that slip by me? I don't know how that slipped by me. Good point. What if it's not his kid? Well, that changes everything. Hey, Lacey. Contrary to what's been reported, because what I was going to say, let me just say what I was going to say is I haven't heard the husband talk about her being pregnant. It still doesn't make me understand about the justice court, but it could mean it. That's such a great point. What if it's not his? What if it is a surrogate? What if she's a surrogate for someone? Man, that opens up so much possibilities. Good call, Green-eyed. Contrary to what's been reported, my wife and children are not missing. I have no reason, blah, blah, blah. According to Frank County, failed to show up Frank domestic court for a scheduled appearance. Law enforcement followed up, conducted with family members who had lost contact with Lauren and the children several days prior. It was at this time that a missing person report was made with Lauren and her 3 children. There's been no reported contact with Lauren since September 5th or 6th. I still want to know how they confirmed they were in Litchfield, Illinois. Hey, Camille. The mother's cell phone last pinged on September 7th in Kentucky. So why would she tell her mom that she was in New York? Originally stated he had not in contact with his wife. Oh, okay. So originally, I have a green tea here. Originally, he said that he hadn't been in contact with them. Then he changed it. Recently said that he has, but does not know or will not disclose the location. Okay, but all right, let's think about this. If it was someone else's baby and she was leaving him, again, I go back to she wouldn't contact him and he wouldn't know her whereabouts. Oh, I believe he's lying too. She added that Jordan is not specifically under investigation, but he is obviously within the investigation. Houston shared an update. The family was due back in court on Wednesday, September 20th. Lauren and the children did not appear. The husband did. Oh, okay. So the September 5th court date, she wasn't there. They changed it to the 14th. She wasn't there, and neither was he. But now on the 22nd, on the 20th, there was another court date, and he happened to show up. So why wasn't he at the others? Both the husband relayed to investigate. They both received phone calls from Lauren the morning of court. The phone calls was simply to let them know that her and the kids were okay, but did not disclose the location. Hughes says Jordan has been cooperative with her office and has been attending any court dates that were set. Lauren and children will remain classified as missing by authorities till they reach out to them. Today.com has attempted to reach Jordan without success. I wonder why he went to the last court date. I still want to know what they had court for. And why wasn't he at the other two? And why did he show up at this one? I have so many questions. Because here again, it says the family was due back in court. Yeah, if I'm going to run away from home as an adult, I'm not going to call the person I ran away from. If I'm having an affair, I am not going to call the person I ran away from. If I'm pregnant with someone else's baby, I'm not going to call and keep in contact with the person I ran away from. There's no logic in it. It doesn't make sense. You just can't. You just don't. Nah, I don't think so, Chrissy. See, here's my two conclusions. Either A, there's something really shady going on, like he killed them. Or two, she did run away because the baby's not hers. DHS doesn't do that anymore, Sly. And if they put her in hiding, she wouldn't be contacting the husband. Think about that. That doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? The husband is saying you contacted him. If they were in hiding, then the cops would know where they were. You know what I mean? Now, see, I think some of you guys are giving the husband too much credit. I personally think we got a Chris Watts on our hands. I could be wrong. I mean, I was wrong about that other guy. That Megan's husband, I forgot the last name. I was wrong about him. I mean, I wasn't 100% convinced. What if he was molesting a kid and she reported it? She wouldn't have contacted him then. You guys can't forget, he's saying that she contacted them and that the kids are fine. And they traced her to Lynchburg, Illinois, but hasn't been able to make contact, which is kind of weird too. How did you trace her? What did you see her on video? Did you see a store? Was it a cell phone ping? You sure it was her? I mean, I have so many questions. Way more questions than answers, I'll tell you that much. So, but I am, I still can't get out of my mind though. How come nobody is reporting that she was pregnant? I found it tonight for the first time, but I've been looking at this case for a few days. Nobody ever said she was pregnant, which means the police didn't know she was pregnant, which means the husband, she was 5 months pregnant, but why hasn't the husband said anything? You don't go on a run 5 months pregnant with your fourth child. You just don't. And no real husband is going to let you do that either. It's a matter of finding out how they connected her. Like I said, was it on video? Did she call you? If you found her, like where she was staying, then why not, contact her? Why couldn't they, make contact? It just doesn't make sense. I'm telling you, Green Eye, that was a great call. I didn't think of that. They shouldn't look at husbands first because we love our wives, but this guy, there's no news and no new updates is not good. Yeah, everybody keeps writing the same things. I believe he's lying too. I think he's guilty as fuck. But I don't want to put it out there 100%. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's guilty as fuck. But I am going to get off. I got to pick Dayton up soon. I still didn't even cook dinner for him. After his football game, he's probably starving. My baby. Oh, you guys want to hear Winston snore before I get off? Hold on. Her family reported her missing. All right. You can hear me now, right? All right. Sorry about that. I kicked my thing out and I kicked my cord out. And then it said, like, your mic is disconnected. I'm like, shit. All right. So listen to Winston and what I had to listen to last night. Just wait for it. Did you guys hear that? This little 4-pound dog sleeping next to me every couple seconds. I kept hitting him like he was an adult. I'm like, oh my God, Winston, stop snoring. Toy area, nobody knows. So that's why I was like, oh, my little baby has a cold. So then he kept cuddling with me. That's what I'm saying, Lacey. And he doesn't even snore during the day. It's only at night. Like, I haven't heard him snore at all. Yeah, it's adorable unless you're sleeping next to him. He was all sprawled out on his back. I was laughing. I was like, oh my God. But he's been really, like, he's been sleeping all day. He was all cuddled up with Buka before. I was like, I really think he's got a cold. Aw, my little boo-boo. So, all right. He's a Maltese. Like, I've never heard when Buka snore. So, no, that's what I'm saying, Diane. Hubby never said she was pregnant, ever. It's so weird. Like, why wouldn't he let anyone know he's pregnant? Like, she's pregnant. So that's why it comes down to, it's possible that it wasn't his. It's possible that's what juvenile court was for. Or something else. I don't know. So, all right, let me get out of here. I got to get dating soon. I will do more on this case as soon as more becomes available. Start looking into the Karen Reed case. Again, I'll let you guys know the Facebook group once I actually get it going. And I will see you guys later. Thank you, Crystal. And thank you, Crystal and Greg, for super chats. Definitely appreciated. And I will see you guys later. Peace. He was just at the vet, sweet one. The vet said he's healthy.